Good morning. This is Casey. Welcome to my channel, Kinetic Karma. This is Beauty, my dog, and she likes to get a lot of attention. Okay, Beauty, get down. I'm going to do the reading now, okay? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me for day 3 of healing and manifesting work that we've been doing. It's a series of 10 days of working with the chakras and yoga poses and concepts in order to more effectively access energy to heal ourselves and to manifest what it is we are wanting in our lives. It's also working with the specific energies on the specific days that we do the reading and asking for information that's going to support us in best dealing with those specific energies. I don't know about the rest of you, but in my meditation and in my experience between last night and this morning is that there's a lot of chaos in the air. When I did my meditation, I got quiet chaos, which told me that there's a lot brewing under the undercover. There's a lot brewing that's about to reach a boiling point, is how I feel. And I don't know if that's just in your particular life, my particular life, or if it's a general social event that's about to occur, something's about to blow. But I definitely sense a lot of chaos that is under pressure. So, with that said, I'm going to say a prayer. I'm going to start this reading today. Mother, Father, Spirit, please allow me to connect with the guides of the people who are coming into this space for support, for guidance in terms of how best to work with the energies and personally and externally in order to create a better world, a better life, to ascend. Please protect us and guide us and show us exactly what it is we need in order to continue to move upward and onward. Thank you. Amen. Okay, I'm going to start with the yoga deck, the chakra deck. And this deck, it doesn't say who is by. I'm sorry, they don't really, do they? Olivia H. Miller, author of the yoga deck. Okay, so there is a yoga deck, so I gotta find the yoga deck too, because this is a bomb deck. So Spirit, please allow us to have information on what best chakras and exercises that would assist us in promoting ourselves today, promoting the energy or dealing with the energy in a way that is most harmonious and effective for all involved. The Sacral Chakra card came out reversed. So we are talking about basic issues of survival, emotions, ability to create, sexual energies. Crossing that, we got the aura. Oh my goodness, it's almost like we're doing a Celtic Cross, the way the cards are falling. That is totally crazy. And then I have 2 more cards that just fell on top. One is solar plex chakra, and the other one is the third eye chakra. So let's start with the first one, sacral chakra. And so Because it came out reverse, it's telling me that we need to pay special attention to the sacral chakra because it's impacted given the energies that are persisting today. So it goes, major issues of an unbalanced sacral chakra are sexual problems or dysfunction, fear of intimacy, inability to feel pleasure, emotional repression, fear of change or inability to change. Guilt may become an overbearing theme of life. We may experience either a lack of emotional energy or emotional explosiveness. Like I said, I was feeling like the energy is like that of something with a lid, in a pressure cooker, like something's about to blow. And it came out reverse, which is confirming my intuition and what I'm feeling about this energy today. Signs of an unbalanced sacral chakra are emotional or mental issues, out of touch with feelings, overly emotional or stoic, poor boundaries or with other people, as well as poor emotional boundaries, overt sexuality, excessive attachment, frustration, and a tendency to be manipulative. And they're saying to me that the only reason that there exists a tendency to be manipulative is because we don't understand, know, or fear actually dealing with our emotional issues, with the things that happen to us and how we feel about them in a upfront way. We've been trained and programmed to stuff them, to stuff the bad events, to stuff the bad feelings, and never really deal with them, especially men, as an example, when it comes to crying and releasing. Men, a lot of times have said men don't cry. Men should be strong, and that's not true. When everybody is human and everybody has a feminine and a masculine side, and it's just plain old, as far as I'm concerned, ignorance to expect and direct people to stuff their emotions because they're male. No, you need to deal with your emotions. The reason the world is in the state that it's in today is because of the stuffed emotions, because people refuse to deal straight up with what's going on, because we've been taught to be ashamed of the things we've been through and the things that we've done to others that are of a low vibrational energy. And it's just so true that repression is it creates disease, dis-ease and disease. So that's not the way to heal yourself. The way to heal yourself is to let it out, and let it out when you experience it. The best way, if something happens to you or someone says something to you and it offends you or it hurts you deeply, it's best to deal directly with the person who said it, and it's best to deal with it as soon as possible. Don't let it linger and fester, because then our mind gets into it, in our ego, and we start making up all kinds of things, and maybe we justify not dealing with it as it comes out. We justify holding back, and that's not healthy. So if somebody does something to you, deal with it directly, deal with it as soon as possible, immediately if possible, because that way you're not walking around carrying the toxicity of what it created, what the person's statement or action created. You're clearing as you go. And if you can clear as you move in your life, no matter how toxic or how egregious an event is, you can keep going and keep creating from a space of purity, they're saying, from a space of a blank page versus creating from a space that is cluttered and toxic. So enough of that. Let me go on. The physical issues are gynecological problems, impotency, frigidity, kidney, bladder, and urinary problems, stiff lower back, and backaches. Common addictions are sex, work, and relationship, sex, work, relationships, and sugar. When the sacral chakra is balanced, we feel confident and able to relate to others in an open, friendly manner. Even if they offend us, might I add. If it's balanced, then it's okay. You said something that I don't agree with, I'm going to let you know. And I'm going to let you know in a balanced and friendly way, or in a balanced way at least. Even if it's not friendly, I'm going to be real clear with you in a balanced way about where I stand on it, and respect your position to stand wherever you want to stand. But at the same time, understand where my boundaries are, and based on how you respond, I may or may not allow you in my life going forward, in my close direct space going forward, based on how you respond. And I can respect your choice to do whatever the hell you want to do, but I have to respect mine above all, because it's me who's having to be accountable and responsible for the experiences that I'm having, not you. So it gets deep. It gets kind of crazy there. So at any rate, common addictions. When the sacral chakra is balanced, we feel confident and able to relate to others in an open, friendly manner. We can freely process our emotions, allowing ourselves to find balance in our lives and appreciate the yin yang of our existence. We are adaptable, feel creative, and are tuned into the stream of life's energies. Yeah, that happens. And when that happens, a lot of people who are unbalanced are going to be attracted to you because they see your light, they see your divinity, they see your connection to creation, and they want that, but they're unbalanced. So we have to begin to recognize that even though we're vibrating, when we are vibrating at a balance from a balanced place that maybe not everybody around us is, including those closest to us. And we have to be responsible and accountable for how we manage our energy in relationship to others' energy. A balanced sacral chakra brings an enjoyment of pleasurable activities without guilt, a sense of surrender and of not having to be in control, a strong connection to others while maintaining clear boundaries, and an ability to express and exhibit healthy emotional behavior. Beneficial activities that promote and maintain a balanced sacral chakra are getting a message, getting a massage. I'm sorry, I can't read today. Getting a massage, enjoying favorite pieces of music, taking a warm bubble bath, and doing gentle yoga. The next card that I pulled is Aura, and that's about your protective shield. So we have the 7 main chakras. These are not the only chakras that exist in the system, but these are the main ones that we address now. But we have many others in our energy field. But basically, the 7 chakras are here, and surrounding this whole thing, if you look at the white, it could be an aura. But truly, when people tell me, I don't see auras, but people tell me when they see auras, they see different colors, and they kind of bleed into one another, or maybe they're divine. And depending on how they look determines the health of the aura. The health of the aura lets you know how balanced your chakras are. If they're very healthy and balanced, then you have a large, strong, bright aura. If they're not, then it could be small, it could be distorted. Colors could be bleeding straight through from one to the other levels of the aura. All kinds of things could be occurring, but basically it protects your energy. It's a protective kind of like force field, for lack of a better word. So that is what our aura is. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will read the mantra associated with the aura. On this card, it says, I am protected by the strength of my being. I am protected by the strength of my being. I am protected by the strength of my being. So who you are willing to be, or who you are being, whether you're conscious of it or not, is going to determine whether you are protected or not in terms of your auric field, in terms of healthy lifestyle, in terms of ability to strongly manifest things that are sustainable in your life, to create firm foundations in your life. Healthy aura is an indication of your ability to create from a powerful, strong foundation, because the basics are in order. They're flowing as they should. The chakra system is an energy system, and it flows. And it flows at different vibrations depending on what chakra we're talking about. And if they're flowing at the rate, if each chakra, excuse me, I'm getting so hot. If each chakra is flowing at the rate that it should be flowing at, then what happens is that the whole system is functioning properly, and it creates a force field around you that is very powerful and allows you to access your God self, your God mind, your ability to create and manifest and heal yourself in a very profound way. Okay? The next one we have is the navel solar plex chakra, and we have a actual asana, a actual pose, yoga pose for this, and it's called boat. Sit on the floor with the spine erect, knees bent, and the feet flat on the floor. Bring the arms outside the legs and grasp the backs of the thighs with your hands. Inhale and lean backward, balancing on the sitting bones. Tips of the toes should remain on the floor. Pelvis is neutral. Tip neither forward nor backward. Exhale, draw in the navel. Make sure your spine remains elongated. Inhale and lift your toes off the floor and straighten your legs. If this is too strenuous, keep your knees bent. When you feel balance, release the hands from the thighs and straighten the arms alongside the palms facing in. If your back begins to round, bend your knees slightly. Gaze toward your knees, concentrating on the long, slow, deep breaths. Hold the pose for 8 to 10 seconds, increasing up to 1 minute. Repeat if you feel strong enough. The mantra for this pose is, I am able to gracefully weather life's unexpected storms. Like the lid blowing off the pressure cooker, that would be a storm. I am able to gracefully, keyword gracefully, weather life's unexpected storms. I am able to gracefully weather life's unexpected storms. In order for us to be able to gracefully weather life's unexpected storms, we have to be at some level of peace, at some level of balance in our own life, in our own energy, in our own mental, emotional, and physical self, in order to be able to gracefully weather the storms of life, I would assert. The benefits of this pose are improves physical strength, increases stamina and determination, tones and strengthens the abdominal area, which, quote unquote, they call the power center, which helps maintain a strong back, strengthens thighs and hip flexors. The more you perform this pose, the stronger you will become. It takes a lot of strength to perform this pose. You don't just, after never doing exercises with a weak abdominals and, out of shape, just get into this pose. It takes time. So be gentle with yourself. Also, with any pose, with any yoga exercise that you do, understand that, it's a matter of a journey with asana. It's a matter of a journey with these poses. You don't get into the perfect position immediately. the body has to adjust and align, and that's based on exercising and flexing those muscles on a continuous basis. Not just one time, not just 2 times, but consistently. And once you begin to consistently start to flex certain muscles and body parts related to certain poses, the pose starts to perfect itself. And as the pose starts to perfect itself and come into balance, perfect balance, so does your spirit, so does your mind, so do your emotions. The actual activity of engaging your body in a specific asana, in a specific pose, supports all of that. The last card I pull is Cat-Cow, and it deals with the third eye, and this is it. And it says to kneel in tabletop position with knees under the hips, arms, shoulders, palms and backs flat, head faces downward, creating an extension in the back of the neck. Inhale and slowly raise your head and your tailbone, letting your abdomen move toward the floor with the back arched in a subtle sway back position. Look up slightly without overextending the neck. Imagine you are a placid cow. Figure 2. Exhale and slowly drop the head and tailbone. Arch your back and exhale further, pulling the navel up to the spine as if you were an angry cat. And that when you're doing that, you're emptying all of the air out of your lower cavities, your chest, everything. It all comes out and everything comes up as you're lifting your back and pulling it up and pulling your navel up. Okay? As your spine warms up, continue alternating between cat-cow. As your spine warms up, increase the speed and deepen your inhalation and exhalations. Continue for 1 to 3 minutes. And the mantra is, I am seeing and thinking clearly. I am seeing and thinking clearly. I am seeing and thinking clearly. The benefits are increased suppleness along the spine, stretching muscles along the back, neck, and arms, improves circulation, and helps maintain good posture and an overall feeling of well-being. Those are the 4 cards. I hope that there was something there that was of value to you out of those 4 cards today. I want to continue. I want to do a Celtic Cross. I want to do a Celtic Cross today to better get clarification on what the situation is, or that we're in, that we're facing, what it is that we're dealing with, please. We're dealing with something around a message. And what's crossing that is something that's being cut out. So there's a message that is coming to us, and it is cutting something out. Now, I'm hearing them say it doesn't have to be a message. It could be an event that cuts something out. But it's something that is coming toward you that will have something that has something to do with something being cut out of your life, of your circumstance, of your energy, something. Please, Spirit, give us information on the past. The devil. The desert fox, it represents the devil in this deck for me. And I'm sorry, I didn't let you know what this deck is. It's the Egyptian Lemort. And it's by Scheffner. Can I have a future card, please? Card for the future is something coming towards you. There's movement. I want to say, I'm sorry, there's movement away from a situation. There's movement away from a circumstance. And at the base, we have something that is unseen. Cloudy situation, perhaps a storm approaching. And in the conscious position, we have the family. and how you see yourself in this circumstance, how you see yourself. There's an official document that somehow you identify with whatever that is about. There's a roadblock, and that's how people see you. Your hopes and fears has to do with economics and money, and I'm hearing sustainability. And the outcome has to do with work, what you choose for work. Now, this card in this deck could mean, could represent, you know, a tombstone or like death or something, or it could represent work. And I've always, you know, I picked it, and it doesn't change. It depends on what you choose it to be, and I picked it to be work. So it's work. So we've got a message of something being cut out that you're not sure what that is, that has to do with family. In the past, this message was generated from some, I would say, deceit, some lying, cheating, nefarious situation. And as a result, you have something coming toward you, or you moving away from something. I'm not sure which one that is. We'll get clarification on it. And then there is an official document which provides a roadblock to money and how you do your work. Possibly. I'm not sure about that yet, but we're going to get clarification. Please clarify what this ship is about, the movement. Who is moving towards who in this situation? I'm going to represent, please provide clarification on what this ship represents. It represents more information coming towards you. It's a letter. And what is that about? It's about shining light on something, the sun, and possibly an opportunity that will come to you that has to do with a contract around money and work. But it's a new contract. It's not something from the past. Let's comment on the official document. The official document has to do with the water lily. And the water lily, let's see. Satisfaction, peace, harmony, wisdom, maturity, family, safety, and sex. Well, that is what the document has to deal with. Could be a document of someone passed away about inheritance. It could be a contract, a new contract, but it's definitely around a long-term commitment. And please, Spirit, clarify what this work situation in the outcome position this card has to do with. Oh, okay, there's something around work, a work situation that is not what it appears. So you're going to be, they're showing me how the snake moves and curves. It moves like that, and you're going to have to go with it. Further clarification. There's going to be a balancing of the scales around this situation. And it has to do with your role as a sacred cow in the situation. So it's going to be around a commitment and the balancing of what's going on with this work situation around the commitment. So this is the old commitment that this message is talking about. What's crossing it is cutting out. And this commitment here at the bottom where we have safety and, so forth and so on, there's a document evidently that may be threatening that, but don't worry, because in the end, it's all going to work out in your favor. Whatever this document, whatever, they could be legal documents, there could be positions that have been misrepresented. There could be lies, people saying you did one thing and you didn't, you did something else that was really in integrity, people trying to damage your character. All of that's going to be cut out, and the situation is going to be handled. Now, as it relates to the energy that we're experiencing today and the reading we did with the work that we did about something blowing up, comment on what that is, Spirit. It's about an unseen situation, and it's the activation of an unseen situation that has to do with the pharaoh or the main man in your life or the father figure in your life. And it has to do with the conflict, that this blow up, this energy that we're dealing with around all of this. And that is around a child. So perhaps there is a father figure who has a child that is out of wedlock. There's a child that is not known about, or the father figure did something inappropriate to a child. I don't know, but it's going to blow up. It's going to come out. And that's what, and it also, hold on, give me further clarification on that. Has to do with movement, travel, air travel, movement, and the unlocking of a situation by an official, by a government agency, like the courts. So things are going to come out, I would venture to say, in a very public and legal way about two of something. And they're showing me like black and white, like the dark side and the light side of something. So you may, the person may have been presenting a fake side of themselves, but the dark side is going to come out in this situation. It's going to blow up. There's going to be high emotions, and you're going to have a need to ground yourself quickly and respond in a way that is balanced. Because people around you will be frantic. They will be out of their normal nature. They will be out of their bodies. They'll be in shock. And they'll be saying and doing things that are not necessarily indicative of how they would normally be. So I'm going to shut this reading down right now, because it could be this information, this shock, this explosion, it could pertain to other things. It could be a child who is causing the situation to explode because of some action that they did, and that, they may have to, unfortunately pay a consequence for in terms of a legal way. I don't know, but I hope that you were able to get some help or some support with whatever it is that you're dealing with in your individual life. I don't know your life, but if it vibrates with you, go with it. And if it doesn't, then just leave it. Take what works, and what doesn't, just leave it. Because this is a very specific type of a reading. but it could relate in many different ways that I haven't stated. So I'm going to use the Mudra deck to close out to get a final pose for today, and that is, I speak my truth and allow the universe to light my way. I speak my truth and allow the universe to light my way. And this is the pose. So you're laying on your back with your feet together in an open position with your knees open and your hands out, face up to the universe. And you're reciting this. I speak my truth and allow the universe to light my way. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do. Don't try to make up something if you don't know the answer, if it's not true for you, or if you're not at your truth yet. Don't force it. Just do what you do, and the universe will support you in moving in a balanced way, in a way of the enlightened path, they're telling me, to where you need to be out of all of this chaos. So, excuse me. Thank you for clicking on my channel, for participating and coming to the channel. Please click like, subscribe, share the video if you feel so moved to do so. And please, if you feel moved to, I would appreciate any comments. If you'd like readings, support with coaching, or some issue in your life, my information is at the bottom of this video. I'd be happy to support you. And I wish you blessings and peace and balance today. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 4 of 10 of healing and manifestation. Namaste.